Well, and look what we've got for dinner. Look at this. 4 succulent pieces of fish, some chips. We've got the Ivar's tartar sauce, the Ivar's ketchup, Ivar's clam chowder. Ivar Hagelin started this restaurant in Seattle in 1938. That's over 70 years ago. And it's been a Seattle institution ever since. If you come to Seattle or the Seattle area, anywhere, you just simply have to eat at Ivar's, because Ivar's is the place to be. You know, I've never claimed to be a mechanic. I just kind of bang around under a shade tree and work on stuff, and hopefully it runs when I'm done and I don't have too many spare parts. So I've got to take on a project that I've been kind of dreading, because I've heard all kinds of horror stories about people not doing it quite right, and then ending up with the truck doesn't run. But you know, I've been putting this off for a long time. I'm supposed to do this every year, and I've owned this truck for 2-3 years and I've never done this. So I know that if I don't, it's going to leave me stranded somewhere, and I don't want to, you know, neglect my truck and end up sitting somewhere. So here goes nothing. One thing you got to do with diesels is you got to change the fuel filter once in a while. And so in this case, on this one, it's a round filter like this. So I gotta, man, Hercules put this on. Now I've owned this truck for a couple of years and I have yet to change it, because I've been kind of afraid of it. Because if you get air pockets in this fuel system, it's a real pain in the neck. Holy cow. Come on, guys. Oh, it's starting to turn. Oh, this isn't funny at all. Man, they didn't want this to leak. Holy cow. There it goes. Oh, spins off just like an oil filter. And see, boy, it looks clean as a whistle, but after 2 years I don't trust it. This is a water fuel separator and a junk filter, you know, to filter out the 2x4s and boulders. And so you gotta fill that sucker full. You don't want to put this in empty, because you put this sucker in empty and whew, it will be a mess. So I'm going to set this one aside and get the new one. Alright, here is my new one. And a replacement filter. And I have a bucket of diesel here. So we'll fill it full. The last thing I want is air pockets. Let it soak in a little bit. Now let's put a little more in there. I'd rather spill diesel everywhere and have it completely full. And get a vapor lock and be in trouble. Now you don't want it to leak, so you saw how tight it was before. I think that might be a little overkill, but I'm going to get it good and tight. Last thing I want to do though is rip a hole in the dashboard. Well, let's fire this puppy up and see what happens. seems as though I've beaten that whole vapor lock thing. Doesn't look like it's going to do that. So let's shut her down. That looks like it's ready to go for tomorrow.